Hey guys, Hilton here with Yellow Sky Actions again, and tonight we're going to be doing I'm going to be doing a video tutorial. Um, I don't even know what the words to describe it. I was just kind of in a funky mood, and I wanted to do something really out there that's different, or try to do something different. So basically, we're working in Photoshop Elements, so we're using our Elements collection, 6 through 10. And I decided to use this photo right here. I just love it. I love how I just love it. I don't even know. The words can't even describe. Um, but so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I went from this original photo to that. And I don't even know what to describe the words, you know. Sorry. But yeah, we're going to go from, again, here's the before and here's the after. It's it's vibrant yet vintage yet poppy, whatever it is. I like it, and I like the finished product. So let's get started, guys. Okay, so I keep going to this action, and there's so many to choose from in the Elements collection. But I'm going to go back to this again just tonight. I'm going to start by using an action called White Vignette Sepia. And a lot of people have asked, you know, the last tutorial that we did with using this action, people were like, well, what textures did you use? It's not a texture, it's an action, but it looks a lot like a texture. And we're going to play this right now and tweak it up. I'm going to show you how I did it. It takes a few minutes to load, so bear with me, guys. All right, so we have this right now. I love it. Looks awesome. But I wanted to do something different again. So what we're going to do is we're going to tweak these layers to get what we want. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to this old Wear vignette, and we are going to bump it up to, we're going to drop it to around 55%. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the age scratches, and we're going to, actually, you know what? I'm going to go to the desaturate layer, and then I'll go back to the age scratches. So the desaturate layer, we're going to drop that to 50%, so it can be this can be a better gauge what I'm doing here, if that makes sense. Okay, so 50%. Now we're going to go back to the age scratches, and all we're going to do, we're going to bump the brush opacity to 30%. Make sure the foreground's black, and we're just going to brush off. Whoa. It's because I didn't click the mask. You have to make sure that the mask is clicked. So make sure that the mask is clicked, and then brush it off. Now I'm going to drop it to 15%, and I'm just going to brush it off this field just a little bit so it doesn't look too like it's too much in one area, so it evens it out. Okay, maybe even bring it back just a touch in this area right here, because I wanted to give it that vintage feel. So once I've done that, I'm going to go back to this desaturate layer, make sure that the mask is clicked, black foreground, and I'm going to bump this to around, that's good right there, 23%. And we're just going to brush it off the field because we want to get some of this green back. Especially in this area right here, these bushes, because for some reason, it really catches my eye, and the more vibrant these bushes are, it brings my eye to the focal point more. But we're still going to bring it back. Yeah, we're going to keep these edges the way they are. So there's a lot of contrast in there. Real funky effect, but I like it. I'm digging it right now, guys. I'm digging it. So, and hopefully you guys can use this as well on one of your photos. Okay, we're getting there. All right, so the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to run an action called Snap, Crackle, Pop Brush. Once we have flattened this. Back to Snap, Crackle, Pop. And I'm just going to brush it on these flowers right here. Really make these flowers pop. This flower. Perfect right there. Even more so on the field. Just a touch, guys. Just a touch. You know, I feel like when I say like just a touch, guys, just a touch. I feel like I'm that Bob Ross guy, Bob Ross, that painter. You guys know that back in the '70s that did those videos. It's so corny. I feel like him so like when I'm doing these videos. So just feel free to laugh whenever you like. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the opacity down. I'd say to around 60%, maybe 55, because we don't want it to pop too much. We want it to be in that in between, that desaturate, vibrant funkiness that we're going for. Okay, so the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to go to, once we flatten this, we're going to go to soft brush, soft and rich brush. Okay. Black mask, white foreground, and all we're going to do is we're going to brush these edges to really kind of, it makes the edges darker, more rich, and it really brings the eye to that focal point, which is right here. That's looking good right there, looking good. We're going to flatten this, and then we're going to run an action called Go Green Brush. %, brush opacity. Okay. And we're just going to make these greens more greener. Perfect. And that's it, guys. That is the funky, cool looking, vintage, vibrant pop that we're going for. And again, here's the before and here's the after. And you can bump the at the beginning when we had the chance to bump the vignette down, you could bump it down. But I like the way it brings the focal point in. And to be honest with you, I'm not a big vignette person personally, but I do like them. I think that a little bit goes a long way. And because you can, you know, if you're not careful, the vignette can really engulf the whole photo if you're not careful. So just keep that in mind when you're using a vignette. It has to be, you know, as long as it's subtle. I know this is kind of a little bit over the top, but it's a white vignette, so I'm going to let it slide this time. Plus, I think it looks really freaking cool on this photo. So, again, guys, I hope this helps. You guys have a great night. Again, post, you know, comments on the Facebook wall, on our forum, on our new forum. This will be going on the forum. So, have a good one.